going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure EVil MMA Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Evil Eddie. We got a special guest joining us here today. Let me actually set this up for you guys. We have a lot to talk about today, actually, between all the MMA news. But first, we have a special guest, and from Houston Alexander's camp, the legend, honestly, the legend. We got ELLI ANN GRAPP. Is that how you spell say your last name, GRAPP?
You're right on, GRAPP.
ELLI ANN GRAPP. And really quick, before we start this, what's your Instagram for people to go on there, follow you really quick, just real right now?
At ELLI ANN GRAPP, ELLIANNGRAPP. So.
And we'll have that down below. We actually got your Instagram up. We'll get into that in a second. But first off, crazy times right now. Were you dying to get back into the gym training? I know you have an upcoming fight, correct?
Well, there's possibly a tournament going to happen. It was scheduled for May, so now obviously that's been all pushed back, and we're kind of waiting on USA Boxing to see what they're going to...
So when's this upcoming fight, and what's going on with it?
Okay, so potentially we're looking at rescheduling for the fall, but there was a tournament that I probably would have been able to get a fight in May. And obviously, that's all gotten pushed. USA Boxing has kind of been trying to figure out when they're letting their gyms reopen. So it was supposed to be today, June 1st. Gyms were supposed to be able to be back open, and now we're looking at 30th. So staying in shape, trying to stay ready for it.
And it's the hardest time. I know that like my listeners are probably so sick of hearing it interview to interview, but you know, everything going on right now, it really is like, this is what I thought 2012 was going to be. Like, This is what I was expecting 2012. Can you kind of give a little bit of an input? Not too much, because I've asked this question a lot, but what has it been like for you? You have the baby, you're trying to fight, you got Corona, you got riots going on. I mean, what's it like right now in your area?
Obviously, like, first and foremost on my mind, everybody protesting, like, rest in peace, George Floyd. Here in Omaha, we lost the girl named Carla. That's all been really heavy on my mind. But I mean, coronavirus, I think we've all gotten into a routine now, kind of adjusted and figured it out, right? So I'm still working out and stuff, just being safe and doing the best you can right now. And being a mom, obviously, just dragging the baby around with me everywhere. So it depends what mood he's in, how good of a workout I'm able to get in. So. And
I saw you can actually bring him to the gym, right? Like you've brought him to the gym before in the past, correct?
Yeah, and they're great there about it. I mean, I'm definitely not the only person that's got a kid. So I always was, when I first started getting back into this, I was like feeling pretty good about myself. Like, oh man, I'm so dedicated as a mom, bringing my kid to the gym. And then I met a girl that goes to the gym there, and she's got 4 kids, and she's still get there. So I'm like, I've got no excuse. Like,
there's so many moms out there that not just go to gyms, but they got to do this and do that. So to be able to bring the children to the gym and see the mom doing it, like that's kind of badass, Ellie. I'm not gonna lie. They're gonna be like, damn, mom's a superhero. Like they see Houston training and there's like, damn, is mom part of the Incredibles? Or like, what's going on here?
Well, I hope he thinks that someday. That'd be awesome. And he's only like almost 11 months old now, but I still look over at him, and he kind of gives me that extra motivation to just go a little harder, because I don't want to be in front of my son giving up. So
listen, I've actually heard a lot about you from Houston. Houston called me. You were the first name he brought up. He threw about 3 names out, and he was like, listen, and he calls me E. He goes, what up, E? He doesn't call me Evil Eddie or anything. He just, what up, E? And he's like, listen, I got this girl, and she hits like a ton of bricks. And I wouldn't be telling you that just out of nowhere. Like, I believe in this girl. I want you to get her on. I'm really excited for her to like get her name out there. So let me ask you this. This is kind of crazy to ask. Well, here. Let me split this up. I'll build it up. 2 questions. How'd you get into Houston's gym? How do you know Houston? Have you ever seen him fight before? How do you know him?
Yeah, no, I had no clue. Just to be honest, sorry, Houston, because I'm not in the MMA world really. I have stuck straight to boxing. But I work for the YMCA here in Omaha, and he DJs for free for them sometimes. So was at an event and met him that way. Somebody was like, "Hey, Ellie, like you should talk to Houston since you're trying to get back into it now. I know he's a fighter or something." And so I went up to Houston and I was like, "Hey, like somebody said you're a fighter. Like I'm trying to get back into it right now. Like any suggestions, whatever." And I don't know if how well you know Houston, but he like rotates between a total of 5 jokes. So
what are the jokes? Hold on, you got to share this with everybody. What are his 5 jokes? I love it.
Okay, it might not be 5, but I'll give you a couple. So this is the one that he does when people come up to him and say, "Hey, I heard you're a fighter." He says, "No, I'm a professional ice skater."
Which he could be though. Like he's a good dancer. He could do ice skating, probably.
Yeah, he's a big boy and stuff, so you can believe it, right? And you don't want to tell people no. So that was me meeting Houston. Second joke for you guys, or this is just something stupid that he says. He says, "You're not cool. You're like a polar bear in the summertime." So that's the ones I got for you.
You know what he said to me the other day before we ended our interview together? He was like, "Ed, you'll never guess who I'm sitting with." I was like, "Who?" "D's nuts," and then he hung up.
He's the main reason that I don't say who anymore.
But he's such a great guy. Like he literally called back after the interview. Was like, "Ed, I was joking, this and that." I mean, he's been on Key and Peele before. He's been on Omaha Live, which I love his character on there. I don't know if you saw him do the what is it? Bird watching or birding with Houston. Like, yeah, he's just out of his mind. But you know what?
He dabbles in a lot.
For when you first met him, you're probably walking up and probably felt a little intimidated until he actually started talking. Really well spoken, intelligent, and really grounded with his beliefs and where he stands. And he's just open to you treat me one way and I'll treat you right back the same. I love that about him.
He's super down to earth. I'm not intimidated by Houston Alex.
Snap. That's some fighting words.
I do not like holding pads for him, so I'll just leave it at that. But no, he's a great dude, super down to earth, super involved in the community here. So he's got me plugged into not only fighting but kind of the community at large. So
before you met him, you said that you were into boxing. You love boxing. Where did that start for you?
Oh man, so let me take it back for you guys.
Let's go back.
My dad was a high school wrestler and had always tried to get my brother to go into wrestling. Not my brother's thing. God bless my brother. He is not in the fighting world. So, and then for me, it wasn't an option. Girls don't wrestle, and so whatever. I grew up with my dad around, just always constantly doing the wrestling stuff.
Well, how old were you during that time? I mean, how old are you right now, so we can kind of get a grip on that time period? Because women even in MMA and even boxing is pretty new to our generation.
Yeah, I'm 25, and I got into boxing about 22, so by all standards in boxing, super late, right? But actually for women, it just really varies. I mean, there's so few women that get introduced to the sport at a young age because it's not really seen as an option. So I'm not crazy behind. I want to make the time count now. So yeah, that's where we're at. But anyways, though, I got into boxing just purely through fitness, trying to get back in shape, and then I was like, man, I really like this. I want to see what can I do? I caught myself wondering, wishing somebody would come up to me and push me around or something. Just want to see what I can do.
You just wanted to put that. You wanted to be 10 toes down, just real quick. I just want to get 10 toes down real quick, right?
Come at me.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now, who do you kind of look up to? I mean, at our age, it's kind of weird to say that, right? We don't have idols at our age, but I mean, have you gone to see boxing events? Do you look into female boxers or even MMA fighters or female MMA fighters? Who kind of inspires you to realize you can fucking do it?
Yeah. So, oh man, a lot. But I'm kind of a YouTube student.
Oh, Heather. Wonderful girl.
So yeah, y'all might know about Heather, and she's done a ton for the sport of women's boxing.
Explain on that, like for the MMA fans that don't understand, like who's this girl coming over from boxing to our sport? What do you know about her and her boxing?
Okay, so
Yes.
Heather started out right. She kind of started out like me as far as like didn't get into boxing until I think she was like 26, 27 or something like that. And she wandered into a gym and was like, "Dang, I'm good at this."
Hell yeah.
And then so she started fighting. She would sell her own tickets to get on the card for boxing events and stuff. Ended up becoming the WBO champ in boxing in her weight division,
Which is badass, especially starting at a later age too. Like that's huge.
No, totally badass. And she tells a story about one of her title defenses for the WBO belt, where she sold like $40,000 worth of tickets.
Wow.
And was paid for this fight $7,000.
Get out of town right now.
Before she has to like pay the camp, pay the training,
which is expensive.
Like just take that home, like cool.
Especially if it's not in your hometown, like you're paying a lot of money just to show you're breaking even or sometimes losing money,
Yeah. So and to top that all off, she was put at the very beginning of all the fights. So she was the first fight. They hadn't even opened the doors yet.
Wow. And probably sold more tickets than the main event, which is definitely she sold more.
Right.
Wow.
It's a championship defense. So she then decided, like, hey, boxing doesn't care about me really. Let me go over to MMA. They're offering me more money. They're taking care of the women over there, kind of. So, and you see that with some other fighters too. I know Amanda Serrano has gone over into MMA, and it's kind of just because the most you can aspire to right now as a female boxer is like what Katie Taylor is getting paid, and that's 6 digits.
Which it's hard and anywhere. It really is right now, which you would think it wouldn't be, but for men's boxing, you look what champions over in boxing, compared to the UFC, it's a big difference. John Bones Jones just left up his title because he couldn't get, I think it was $30 million, which is a lot of money, but Dana White didn't want to put that up. But you look at some of the other numbers that some of the boxers make, and it's kind of crazy. But for girls, you guys are paving the way right now to show people we can get the headline events over the guys.
Yeah, and you watch girls fight, and it's like they go to the death. Like, girls don't mess around when they're fighting, so...
Well, listen to this. Even in the lunchroom, the guys would stop everything if there were 2 girls fighting. You don't really care if there's 2 guys fighting. 2 girls, these girls are pissed. You know what I mean? They're not going to stop. So.
Yeah, I totally hate, like, people are like, oh, you spar guys, that's so bad and stuff. And I'm like, no, sparring girls is so much worse. So much worse, so much harder. Like, we don't let up on each other. So, sparring guys is always funny because they'll try to take it pretty.
You prefer that? You prefer doing that? Because I've heard a lot of girls say that as well, because when you get in there, you're ready, even more ready, because, there's a huge guy. Even the guys will do it with heavier weights or even the smaller guys, just to switch it up and to be uncomfortable, always uncomfortable,
Right. Well, so I think it's cool to get to spar the guys because you can spar people that are bigger than you easily, that have more experience than you and can push you that way. But I think you're pretty unprepared going into a fight if you haven't sparred girls, because you just don't get a feel for people really letting loose on you like you do when you spar girl to girl, just because guys are just really hesitant. Like,
you feel that, like in the gym, you know what I mean? Like they'll hold back a little bit. I've heard girls say that as well. But then you'll find the guy that will go with you, right? Like the new guys will probably,
we had in Texas where I used to box. We would all like stand around the ring, and coach would just call us in, like switch out who's sparring or whatever. And I remember there's one dude that was less experienced or whatever, and I was sparring against him because we were about the same height, and he just landed one hard on me, and you just heard all the guys around the ring just go.
Just
How dare he? How dare he like hit her in the face? Like I wasn't in there with some headgear and Vaseline all over my face and stuff. So it's just funny. I mean, guys, you're never gonna get a real feel for what you're gonna be up against in the ring until you spar against girls that are your size and stuff. So
I'm sure that when new girls come in, you go in there and try to put on a click to show them, like, get sharp, like, you know, don't be afraid, right?
Right, and the gym I'm at now definitely has more girls. The one in Texas, where I got most of my sparring experience, there was one other girl that was trying to get into it in the amateurs, and she was young, so she would we would be sparring and stuff, and like any fighter will tell you, sparring less experienced people always sucks because they're just going ham in there. But she would get popped and like just be done. Like she would want to kind of quit. And so I don't know, as the both older and more experienced person, like I definitely pushed her to like, no, you need to prove yourself in here. This is not just about you. Like everybody's looking at you as, oh, see, like women can't handle it. So I always tried to myself be an example of that.
That's right. Women are fighting harder because they have something to prove too, like we were just talking about. Yeah. That's 100% true. You nailed that one.
Yeah. So I did not. People rolling out and stayed after people rolling out, and yeah. I mean, you just because if you're not there one day, like people notice. Whereas if guys aren't there one day, it's like, oh, whatever.
So exactly what you're talking about. There's a lot of girls. We're all looking at your Instagram right now, and there's a photo of you from January 30th. It says, "I get to work out at work. How cool is my job? And can't beat the company." I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of you in there, and it looks like there's young girls. There's older girls. It looks like a nice little mix that you got going on.
These ladies are awesome, but they are not in my boxing circle. These are the ladies I work with. So like I said, I work with the Y. So
Okay. I get that.
The admin offices, and so like lunch break and stuff, like we can go down and work out and just kind of yeah. So I love my job for that. Like I literally have no excuse not to be in shape. Like there's a gym underneath where I work.
So let me get to a really important question that I've been dying to ask you since I got brought this interview and kind of looked a little bit into you. What's changing for you going into or preparing for a fight now that you're a mother? Is this your first fight as a mother?
That's my first fight, period. So
okay.
I cut weight and not even like gotten in the ring one time, and just they've all fallen through. So
that's the worst.
It's heartbreaking. It's soul crushing. Totally crushes you. So and it's hard as a girl too, because you don't have like you show up to an enormous tournament and maybe you've got another girl that's in your experience and weight class, right?
Has that helped you a little bit though? Like now that you kind of got to go in there, even though the fight didn't go through, whatever, like you kind of broke the nerve of kind of getting kind of a little feel of it?
Yes. So I love the fact that I even got to do that looking back, because, you know, I figured out I can cut weight, I can make weight 3 days in a row, and then like get all the way up, like all the nerves and anxiety and stuff that come up, and you're just like, you're ready to go. So I know now, like, that's not all going to be new coming into my actual first fight, right? I'll kind of have broken that, popped that little bit of the...
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the way I would feel that would be like kind of like the beginning to 8 Mile, where he's like all worked up in the back, waiting to go out, right? He's got mom's spaghetti on his sweater already. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what it must feel like, right? Especially, your first fight and just...
Everything come up, and then you get in the ring, and it all just kind of goes out. Like, you're like, oh no, this is I'm ready. Like, it's just executing now.
So could you picture Houston getting... I know you were telling me that you didn't know much about him, but I'm sure you've watched some of his videos and stuff. Could you imagine having a UFC debut against Keith Jardine and then knocking him out? Like, Houston, what has he taught you about that, like going through that, and what he would do to calm himself down? And do you have flakes on that you do, or that you think you're gonna do?
It's not as much about what he's talking about, like how to calm down right in that moment, but he's definitely pushed me in the being mentally like solid. Physically is like just half the battle, right? Like anybody can put the hours in the gym, anybody can work their skills up to a certain level, but if you're not there, then like the other person's gonna win. If you're the one that gives up first, you lose. So definitely, like, he's pushed me to really think about that side of it and try to get mentally really strong. So that's priceless to me.
Do you know who your opponent is yet? Have you like researched her, or?
No, and at this level, right, like amateurs in boxing,
It's throw it out there. It doesn't matter, right? Everyone's learning week after week, right?
And then you might as well not even look them up the week before if you get to find out, which you won't, because they won't put the matchups up until like the day of, probably. But yeah.
Sorry, I got my rats running everywhere. I got a ton of pet rats, and they just literally jumped at me because they're like running and stuff. Like, sorry about that. But no, listen. When you get your first fight, where is it gonna be? Like, are you gonna be posting stuff so people can get tickets to go support you, or is it gonna be like a smoker, or is it gonna be an actual event? What are we looking at here?
Try to line up some smokers, hopefully, just to get some experience under my belt a little bit. But once I don't know, I've thought about this too. Like, as far as my first fight, oh my god, they really are rats.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding.
But once I actually have my first fight, I've thought about, like, do I want to just kind of, like, be quiet about it and, like, get through it? Or do I want to, like, tell all my friends and stuff?
Well, of course you're excited, right? But, like, you're probably thinking, like, what is everybody else going to think that's in this scene? Like, are they be like, who's this girl? Then, like, you know what I mean? Like, so you got the right mindset of it. But, of course, you're excited as hell. Come on.
I'm not trying to put, like, too much pressure on it. I feel confident in my abilities and stuff. Like, I think if I was to walk in the ring right now and have a fight, like, I feel confident. Like, whether or not I've got people in the crowd, like, I'm going to take care of my business kind of thing. So,
especially after, like, it's probably you're gonna go in there and it's gonna be like such a relief. Like, you're a mother now, so you're gonna be like, oh, finally, like a little extra break, and I get to take a little aggression out too. On top of it all, I mean, now you're gonna be like, what's better than my work, and what's better than my other work? Like, you got a maid over there. Like, come on, you got a good thing going over there. But let's talk about the little boy. Before we got about 5 minutes left. I see you got the little boy. He's learned to walk. He's taking bike rides with you. I mean, that's a workout in itself. So we're all looking at the photo of you on the bike that you posted on the 23rd. He's got his little green helmet on. You got you're all tatted up, and you're just like, let's go, boy. So how much of a workout is that? I mean, he looks like a big boy.
It like mentally made me sweat though, because I have my little baby on a backpack, and I'm like, I better be staying upright on this bike. So that's the only thing that was making me sweat there. But oh man, it was hilarious. I would like look back at him, and he's just back there grinning and loving it. So no, it's so cool. Like, this is so much fun. Like, just getting to see all the like firsts and stuff that he gets to do now.
I see that, his first, or as you would put it on your Instagram, adventure time.
Always adventure time. He's a happy little dude, so everything becomes an adventure with him. So.
Oh man, my cheeks hurt right now because he just looks so freaking cute. Like, you guys are about to go on. Like, that looks a lot of fun. What about your tattoos? I was looking through your Instagram. There was one post, the legendary tattoos. What do you got tattooed on you, El?
It's just this arm. What you see is what you get here. No other fun surprises. But this one was my first one. I had this just as an outline for a long time because I thought it was just going to stay an outline.
And I think the photo is right here of it on your Instagram. Really quick. Let me get it, Ellie. Let me find it.
Like short hair too, yep.
Where are we? Where is it? Oh, Madonna me. I'll find it. But what was the inspiration about that? Because I love the sunflower. You know, I have people in my life that I've lost and their favorite flower is a sunflower. So, like my hand tattoo, for instance, I'm a guy. I didn't want to get a sunflower, so I got a sun and a flower with, you know, with the mockingbird, of course, which is
The sunflowers for me are my dad always got them for me like every year on my birthday. So yeah, this is kind of a childhood thing for me.
Oh, and we see that photo as well, June 21st. Love my dad for always remembering flowers for my birthday.
Always gives me flowers every year.
Oh.
Gotten like once or twice as I was an adult, and I quickly told him that he was not allowed to get flowers on my birthday. Like that's a big deal for me.
When's your birthday? Is it June?
Yeah, June 23rd, Cancer. So. Yep.
Mine's June 14th. Mine's in 2 weeks. Yours is coming up too.
Happy birthday, Mons.
I'm a Gemini though. So like you got the lucky side of June, I guess, because I get a lot of shit for being a Gemini. I'll tell you that. So how long was it until you got it colored? I actually got some of the tattoos here posted for everybody.
I've been out for like 3 years, and then I had this dude go back in and color it. So.
And then you have something on the inside, right here.
This one was done when I lived in DC. So it's just kind of like oceanscape, and then I've got 2 swallows on there, and just representing for me like hard times don't last. You know.
This too shall pass.
Like the sailors see when they're coming back home before they even see land.
Oh.
So that's that one.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
My real deep, heartfelt stuff here.
I mean, if you're gonna get a tattoo, get something that like means something that you can look at and like build that strength back up. Like maintain your energy that you know that you've created and have learned through your adventure of life. Because you know sometimes, like even right now, there's a lot of people that are getting frustrated or overwhelmed, or they can't handle things, or you know, there's always going to be a roadblock. So I love that about tattoos.
Yeah, but it's a way to cope, right?
I agree. When's the last time you went to go get a tattoo?
This one was the last one. That was a couple years ago, 2, 3
Oh,
years.
so you're probably dying now. It probably doesn't feel like 2 years though,
and
right?
Had a baby, like I gotta get a tattoo for him. So
Oh.
I've been thinking through that one. So if y'all have any suggestions for me.
I mean, listen, there's so many good ideas out there if you just go on Pinterest, but I'm sure you got something special. I mean, obviously you got to get his name somewhere in it.
Somewhere.
But what happens when he comes home with a tattoo and he's 16? It better say mom, right? Better say mom, Superwoman. Yeah.
Yep.
So Ellie, before we end this, I mean, what's your plan for the rest of the year? I mean, how many of these do you want to get in by the end of 2020?
I mean, hey, as much as I can, right? Like, the amateurs is a cool place to be, just from the standpoint of, like, yes, it kind of goes on your record, but also, like, when I turn pro and stuff, like, reset. So, let me get all the experience I can in right now, find me some challenges and stuff that will make me a better fighter. So, no, I'm ready. Put me in.
Put me in, coach. And you know what? You're at the perfect place too in Omaha. And I want to read something that you posted on your Instagram, because I can just tell by your energy, and my listeners can definitely tell that you just seem like an easy-go-lucky girl who takes things when things come. You don't react. It seems like you just kind of you think about it before, and you, like we were just talking about, like this is gonna pass. Like don't get into this crazy little bubble and pop it. And
Yeah.
so you wrote something, and it says, some of my favorite from Pillow Thoughts by It's Only Forever. It says, be easy now. Take some time to clear the rubble in your head. And teach your heart that some things are better left unsaid. Don't worry if sometimes things break. And change and burn, because these are the things that help you learn. And I know there's still a part of you, inked into your skin like a damaged tattoo. Just don't forget to love yourself too. And I think that sums up your energy, and I think that sums up how you're getting ready for your fight. And I literally just got chills because you just embodied everything that poem just said right there. And
That's actually a really good reminder for me right now. So no, I appreciate bringing, digging through my Instagram. That's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh God, I know. Trust me, mine. I got to go through mine and delete some things. I'll tell you that. Those late nights of drinking and stuff. That I was like, oh shoot, I should have posted that on my MMA site.
You gotta go through it every once in a while.
But Ellie, I want to thank you so much for joining me here on Pure EVil MMA, and we're really looking forward to how your future unravels here by the end of 2020. And we got to get you back on to hear about what it was like stepping in there for the first time. And hopefully we don't get another cancellation because this is just nuts.
I'll be crushed. So yeah, no, thanks so much for having me on. It's been a blast, and I'll look forward to talking to you again once I've actually got that fight under my belt.
At this point in the interview, I usually hand the imaginary microphone over to my interviewee, and I say, the floor is all yours. If you have any shout-outs, anything at all, take the mic.
Okay. So I guess I want to draw attention back to everything that's going on across the country. Let's all, seriously do what we can, especially as white people. We built this system. We have a responsibility in deconstructing it. So do what you can, whether that's, getting involved in your local politics, doing all that stuff, sign some petitions. But, we gotta fight for justice right now. So
everybody's got to be safe right now. Everybody's just going crazy. Ellie, this was such a relaxing interview. It's nice to talk to somebody that's got their head on their shoulders. I can't wait to talk to you again. So
yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, and tell Houston. Guess who I just got off the phone with? You get it?
I'll do that.
All right, Ellie. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. See ya.
All right, there you guys go. ELLI ANN GRAPP, upcoming fight. Guys, I have a new show coming for you. Well, not a new show. Well, I guess I should say a new show. A new episode, I should say, where I'm breaking down all the MMA news that's been going down. I mean, there's so much. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I got to upload this to YouTube. Instead, it's been a month since I've been on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube right now watching this, go to my Periscope channel and subscribe there. Because every time I go live, everything you're watching was live. Obviously, I can do the post-edit thing, but it will notify you the second I go live. And I'll tell you on Twitter when I'm going to be going live, who I'm interviewing, or if we're having a regular show, what we're going to be discussing. And I can't wait to get back into that. So with that being said, guys, I'm EVIL ANN from Pure EVil MMA. Wait up to the end. Remember, without evil, there's no purity. Behave yourselves. Try it again.